Hello students. So today in this video I'll tell you that how you can write your speech writing in a proper way. So as you know that this is a very important topic of your writing section because that would carry your 10 marks. So how you have to plan your speech writing, you should know about this. So let me clear some points that how we can write speech writing in a proper way. So, first of all, students, if we will say that opening or conclusion, that is a main aspect of the speech writing. Okay, when we are just writing thank you, when we just try to open our speech with a proper manner while saying good morning, good afternoon. Okay, so this is the way to start your speech. So that would carry your 1 mark, and after that the turn is of your content. So what kind of content you have to mention here? So content would be of your 4 mark. Then expressions, in which we can say that about your grammar, okay, about your spellings, words, vocabulary. For that we can use the expression word, and that would be of your 5 mark. So overall the total marks of your speech would be 10 marks. So let me tell you that how you can write your speech writing in a proper way. So first of all, student, this is the main thing that as this is a speech, okay, speech in the sense if we want to address to somebody, if we want to speak about any particular, you can say topic, okay. So what the reason behind that? That how we can give a good speech, how we can write a good speech, because it's a another thing that we are just trying to deliver a speech, but it's another thing to write a speech. So now first important aspect to start your speech writing is to introduce yourself. Actually you have to introduce yourself. That is a main aspect of speech writing, and in fact this is just an opportunity to show your examiners that you can adapt to introduce yourself to any audience. Okay, so here are two examples like how you can introduce yourself. So for example, I'm just saying here that if you want to give a speech to your teachers, then definitely you are just in front of your teacher, so how you would speak. So, for example, you can say hello and thank you for taking the time to listen. Okay, my name is Sash and I am here today to talk about this topic, whatever the topic you have. And if you want to use another things, okay, then you can start with the honorable principal sir, teachers. Okay, you can also say my dear friends. After that you can talk your about your topic. You can say that I'm here in front of you and today I want to tell you about that topic. Okay, so this is example whenever you are just going to give a speech to your teachers. So students, next we have that if you want to give a speech to your classmates, so how you can do that? As you know that you are just going to make a speech to your classmates, so it should be more casual. It should be more casual, as your classmates already know that who you are, so no need to say that I am like that, I am Neha, I am Raj. Okay, just simply say that hi everyone, most of you know me already, and my name's this. I'm the one who always sits at the back of the class. If you want to mention, no need to mention it. So I'm just giving you example that if you want to use these kinds of words for the starting, then you can. Okay. So the next is to, a second point we can say that make a great opening statement. So how you can do that? For example, the first point was to give an introduction. As I told you that this is just an opportunity, so you have to be creative and introduce yourself to audience so that they can be more attentive that what you are going to tell them in that particular speech. And so next we can say that when you just have to start a opening statement, so how we can show that. So for the students, you should know that how you have to start your speech. Actually, you should start this with the catchy words so that you can target your audience. Okay, so that can be a fairly brief and language techniques you can use according to your speech. So how, for example, if you would start this speech, if you are going to ask any question, the audience would be more attentive, they will pay attention. The reason, because when you will just ask any question, then they will be more attentive कि आप कौन सा क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो, and in that speech you will give the same answer for that question. जो भी आप क्वेश्चन आप किसी से पुट कर रहे हो फ्रॉम द ऑडियंस, देन डेफिनेटली द ऑडियंस जो है आपकी तरफ, आपकी स्पीच की तरफ बहुत ध्यान देगी. The next is, for example, here you can say, I'm here to talk to you about what ordinary people can do to fight against climate change and why. So, this is the question that we can make. But if they would not be answered, then you will say, okay, that I'll give you the answer of this question. The next is to the surprising statement. Whatever you are just going to show, it's just a powerful tool in any speech. It makes your audience sit up and pay attention. Think of the most surprising opinion or fact you want to convey in your speech. Okay, so this is the main technique, and you just have to grab your attention. Remember that you can do the same with your speech. The next is structure your speech. This is the main point, that if we are unable to structure a speech and we don't know where we have to start this, where we have to ask a question, where we can make a proper structure, and how we can just conclude the speech, so it would be useless to make a speech. So structure of the speech should be good. There should be introduction, main body, and conclusion. This is the main thing if you want to achieve a good marks in your speech writing. The next is, you can see that begin every paragraph with a topic sentence. Whatever you are going to share with public, or whatever you want to share with your audience, so you just have to begin every paragraph with a topic sentence. Okay, the next is use very good English. So we can't say that only with the help of the good English we will be able to write your speech writing. If we have a good knowledge of the vocabulary, we can make complex to compound sentences, we can make a smart sentences and short sentences. So it would be very good to make your speech writing in a proper way. So that's why it's a main aspect that use very good English. It's a very essential for your examiner to give you good marks. Okay, so you have to avoid long sentences. No need to make, just a simple sentences you have to make here. And as you know that practice makes man perfect, and it also makes you more confident if you are going to write your speech writing in a proper way while just following some steps that yes, I just have to do, I have to make this speech writing like this. Next is express your opinion. This is the main point, that you have to express your opinion through this speech writing. You should know that how I can write my speech writing in a proper way. So for example, this is a most common mistake students make when writing a speech, is that they don't express an opinion. उनको पता ही नहीं है that this is my statement, so how can I give my opinion. So this is the main aspect to complete to your speech writing, because अगर आपको नहीं पता होगा that what kind of opinion I can give in a speech writing, okay, so it would not be more fine for us. क्योंकि अगर हम अब उस चीज़ के बारे में स्पीच दे रहे हैं and if we are unable to give our opinion, so that would not be a fine for us. Actually, opinions are the elements that makes a speech interesting. Don't just write about your topic, write what you think about. आप क्या सोच रहे हो? It doesn't mean that you just have to complete the page, but what you are thinking about that particular topic. आप क्या सोच रहे हो? You just also have to mention that. Then next point is write from the first person and engage your audience. Yes, you have to engage your audience. It should not be like that कि आपकी audience जो है वो इतनी ज़्यादा बोर हो रही है and you're just trying to write something, you are trying to speak something, because here I'm just talking about the speech writing, but जो speech writing हम करने जा रहे हैं that is similar with the speech. So if आप वही वाला जो अपनी स्पीच राइटिंग है सेम यू आर यूजिंग फॉर योर स्पीच, सो दैट इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग फॉर यू कि आप उस चीज़ को कैसे राइट कर रहे हो, यू नो. सो व्हेन राइटिंग योर स्पीच ऑलवेज इंश्योर दैट यू राइट यूजिंग द फर्स्ट पर्सन. ओके, दिस मीन्स यूज आई एज यू राइट. The next, you can say that you should also address your audience directly as if you were actually talking to them. Use we and you in your writing. Basically, I, we, you. The next, you have to use the third person, makes each of your audience members sit up and listen. It makes them think about how your topic and arguments applies to them. It doesn't mean कि आप खुद बोली जा रहे हो, you are not just giving any opinion, you are just not trying to involve the audience, so audience जो है वो बोर हो जाएगी. So you have to be careful about that. As a similar question is again that you have to ask some questions so that the audience can be attracted with your that like you are on the good track, that you are just going to speak your speech, you are writing your speech. So it is a main important topic that you have to clear while asking questions. The next is focus on the topic. Yes student, this is a main thing, like you have to focus on the topic. It doesn't mean कि आप topic कोई और है and आप इतने ज़्यादा emotional हो रहे हो उस topic को लेके that आप उस topic को लेके नहीं बोल रहे. You are just giving examples from the other topics. आप टॉपिक कोई और बोल रहे हो एंड एग्जाम्पल्स किसी और चीज़ की दे रहे हो, ओपिनियंस अपने किसी और चीज़ के बारे में दे रहे हो. So that would not be good. You have to focus on the topic. You know, when writing a speech in an English exam, always stay focused on the topic you have been asked to write about. You just have to give each and everything, that whatever you would be just have to write for your topic, relevant information you have to mention there. So it's a very important to plan your speech. Okay, so that's why you will stay on the topic and your arguments will be focused. So at last I'll say that writing a good speech is a fairly simple. All you need is practice and more practice.